channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're not new to my channel. Before I get started with today's video, please go follow my Instagram and my TikTok. If you'd like to get a little private DM from me, go comment on my new Instagram post and I'll send you a little DM. Before I get started, I'd like to put a TW in here for SA, and the situation has some pretty serious topics. So just forewarning you, it's not tea drama, it's people's lives, and it's a pretty serious situation. But since a lot of people are confused and there are a lot of reactions coming out of this situation, I thought I'd do a full in-depth video for YouTube. Before I get started, I've never done a standing video before. I don't know if I'm fully centered. I'm better now. I was slightly off, but I've never done a standing video before, but since it's longer, it's complicated, I thought I'd do a standing video. So let's jump right into the Jack and Sienna situation and talk about it pretty in depth. So if you don't know what's going on with the Jack and Sienna situation, let's start from the top. Jack Wright is a twin brother of James Wright. Those are two important characters. They just turned 18 this year, and they are dancing creator video TikTokers. They are both in the Hype House, as well as Sienna Mae Gomez, who is a body positivity dancing creator. She's also in the Hype House, and she just turned 17. This situation takes place when she was 16 and they were 17, but it's also merged into the fact that she's 17 and they're 18. They're only a year apart. Age doesn't really matter. I'm only bringing that up because Michael Gruen decided to state, "Hi, it's editing Anna," and what I was saying here made absolutely no sense. So let me explain to you what I was trying to say. Also, I couldn't find this receipt. Usually I get all my receipts from Def Noodles. Absolutely amazing creator, is always on top of everything. However, Twitter's not letting me scroll past June 27th, and this all happened in June 4th. So let me explain to you what I was trying to say. So Michael Gruen basically tweeted and alluded to the fact that Jack Wright was committing SR, which is statutory blank, because he was over the age of 18 and she was under the age of 18. However, it's not like this, and that's not necessarily true, just because they had no mention of their S life. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Sorry if that didn't make any sense while I was talking about it, that they were committing this when there was no mention of their S life, nor the fact that it doesn't even matter. I don't know why Michael Gruen gets involved and everything. So the situation all started out when these two, Jack and Sienna, who had always posted content together almost daily, unfollowed each other on social media kind of suddenly. Then Jack had prom and he went with someone else, and everyone was very confused because throughout their whole friendship / relationship / whatever it was, they had always made it seem like they were together. And by they, I mean both of them, because they are both in this situation. They both posted the clickbaity TikTok videos. They both posted videos of them kissing or almost kissing. It was in both of their hands. It wasn't just Sienna posting this, it was both of them. Also, I'd like to address the Sienna posting body positivity video regarding the Olivia Ponton situation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this caption. Basically, she says, "I just ate Olivia Ponton." It was because Olivia Ponton had posted that video and everyone was talking about it. It wasn't just Sienna. I even talked about it when I was talking about Olivia Ponton and why she was sort of problematic. Hi, I'm back. So basically what I wanted to say in this part of the video was Olivia Ponton posted a video of her standing and dancing in front of a camera, and the caption was, "I just ate." And a lot of people were concerned, and I know this brings into a bigger topic of EDs, saying like, you are the perfect body image standard and you have a platform of millions of followers. You cannot post a video like this because girls that are bigger sizes than you, or even men that are bigger sizes, or non-binary folks who are bigger sizes than you, are going to feel as though their body is worse because they're bigger size than you, and you, when you just ate, looks perfect according to the perfect body standard. So Sienna shouldn't have made a video making fun of the situation, rather made a video educating why this was bad, but everyone was talking about the situation, and Sienna wasn't the only one making videos about the situation at the time, just to inform everyone. But a lot of people are bringing this up now because Sienna is getting more attention. They unfollowed each other on social media, and of course, TikTok Room grabbed onto it, TikTok Insiders grabbed onto it. Everyone was sort of talking about it. However, neither one of them made a statement. Now this is important, ding, 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 because Sienna talks about it. In her video, no one makes a statement. Then boom, a guy named Mason Rizzo, who I had never heard about before this situation, I don't think many people did, posted this tweet. And in this tweet were some pretty serious allegations that Sienna was trying to harm Jack. She said some pretty hateful things towards him. She also essayed him. That was basically the statement, that they were never together and Sienna wanted to be together. However, Jack did not, and made it very clear to Sienna that he did not want to be together. James then retweeted this tweet, basically kind of confirming it. However, Jack did not do anything except post on his story a few hours later, "Thanks for the support," with a heart, with a black screen. I'm assuming it had to do with the situation. Sienna claims that it does not, and that he's not addressing the situation. In my opinion, this is sort of addressing the situation and kind of agreeing with the situation. That's what I would claim it as, and I think many people would claim it as, but Sienna says she doesn't. We'll get to that though, and what Sienna claims. Up forward to Jack not addressing the situation, or the tweet. He didn't really address the tweet. Let's put it at that. Mason kind of didn't say her name in the tweet, Sienna's name. However, he was liking tweets that were saying her name. He was commenting back on people that were saying these names. This has all been taken down and deleted. And then he was also addressing the fact that there were many commenters who were talking about Sienna in high school and how she was a bully, how she bullied her musical theater friends. Not bully, but body shamed them was more specific wording. Nothing was stated, however, until Mason took down his tweet and said, "We're addressing this in private." He didn't quickly post and delete this like she later claims. He took this down, in my personal opinion, because of legal. That's my opinion. That's what it looks like. And someone doesn't just like casually tweet this to cancel someone. It's some pretty serious allegations. Sienna then posted an 8-minute long video addressing this entire situation. It's very important to note that she starts off this video kind of how David Dobrik started the video and how other creators have started this like new apology video statements. And she doesn't call it an apology, she calls it a statement. So I wanted to make that important distinction. She says that all the people around her are telling what to do. It's 2 a.m., it's a pretty serious situation. We understand that. And if these allegations against her aren't true, I understand starting off the video like that. But we'll get to why I kind of believe they're true. She posts this statement video. It's an 8-minute long video, and it breaks down into parts, different situations. She talks about how she never essayed Jack, how they were in a touchy-feely friendship relationship, that he never confirmed it, that she was always super in love with him, and that she wasn't the one that essayed him, someone else did, which she shouldn't have delved into that. It wasn't necessary for the situation. It wasn't important to state. Mason was claiming that you did this, not that someone else did this, that you did this. And her stating that he had to be up late and the situation was that serious wasn't her place to share, in my opinion. She then goes on to state that she has evidence and proof that their friendship broke off and that she wanted to make a video and he didn't want to even see her anymore. And then she goes on to state that she was super in love with him and that like he wasn't in love with her. She then states that Mason is like stating all lies and that James is one to talk, and she doesn't go into depth with that. The issue I have with this is like the people who have videos of famous influencers saying the N-word and only post it when it's convenient for them. Why didn't you talk about it before? Why didn't you mention it before? Because you're using it as an attack to benefit you. And I think that's what she was doing in this situation. Allegedly, I think she was stating this. I didn't want to talk about this James situation, but you're one to talk, and just kind of throws that out there. It wasn't necessary in this video. To clear your name, you don't have to like throw someone else under the bus. And if James is doing this to people, why didn't you talk about it earlier? You were conveniently keeping that for other reasons, my opinion. I thought it was a very weird statement. It really threw me the wrong way, and I think a lot of people were thrown very wrong way about this. She then also states in the video that she like is going to clear her name, and that's why she's coming out with this statement like as soon as possible. She's very direct, very to the point. She's not crying in the video, which I give her like props for that because she didn't cry in the video. And at the time, a lot of people actually believed her. I was a little thrown back, and I was gonna wait until Jack said something, like, more officially, because at this point, he just had said thanks for the support, and he just didn't say anything. Then Jack said something. Jack posted this soon after Sienna posted her first statement video, and he basically confirms everything against Sienna. She likes to claim that he didn't say anything, but to me, it's pretty clear that he said something, because he says that James and Mason were saying the truth. And that's what I applaud him for, because as a victim, he probably is having a lot of difficulty with this situation, especially if Sienna's the one that caused this, and he doesn't need to share his entire story. We don't need to see all of that. That's his story to tell for when he wants to tell it. It's a very difficult thing to talk about. He basically confirms that Sienna was one of the ones that did this. My opinion from what I read from that statement. Sienna does not respond to this at all. Everything goes silent for about like 8 hours, basically. Then around, I don't know when this was. The days have been blurring together at this point. This week has been chaos. A creator decides to post this on his TikTok. It's a video where he basically confirms that Sienna is S-ing Jack at a party because he's either intoxicated, passed out. We don't know if he was on drunk, on drugs or anything, but he looks very out of it. He looks like a college or a high school kid partying and just looks like drunk just by the way he's laying, my opinion. They don't really confirm it. No one's really confirmed it, but they've all kind of alleged to it. By all, I mean Sienna, because she talks about it in her second statement video, and the guy who posted this video. But basically, this video gets posted and Sienna climbs on top of this passed out Jack, and she alleges that he was awake, but the video the TikToker filmed said that Jack was asleep at this point. She's like making out with him, fully on top of him and grabbing his, and that video gets posted by this TikToker. It gets taken down almost immediately, and he states that it's from Clock App, and I believe him just because Clock App takes down almost everything that has some sort of promiscuous background. So that video gets taken down from Clock App, but of course people like me catch it, people like TikTok Room and TikTok Insiders catch it, a lot of people catch it. My head, I already knew Sienna was going to address this again. I'm surprised at how quickly she responded to the situation. She's like responding pretty quickly, which again, I have to give her props for. And she addresses the situation. So at this point, the story is that he was drunk and passed out. He cannot give consent. If someone is drunk and passed out or asleep, they cannot give you consent. No matter what your relationship is, someone cannot give you consent. Period. She then comes out with a video last night. It's another long Instagram, TikTok video. It's on IGTV. So as you can tell, this video was filmed at the time of the situation. I'm editing right on my computer, but I never posted it. I don't remember why, whether it took me too long to edit it and I just didn't get it up in time. Didn't decide to post it when I filmed it. So that's why I'm saying like, oh, last night this happened. She has since taken down all of these statement videos and apology videos. All are taken down. They're reposted by other people. TikTok Insiders, I believe, still has it up. But what's important to note is that this video isn't up anymore, and I apologize for that. Basically, talking about this situation. She states that she needs context and backstory to this situation, like she always does, and she starts talking about it. So she starts stating that in this video, they had always been touchy and feely. That doesn't mean you give consent to when you're passed out or drunk. And she states that he was awake and kissing her back consensually. And she states that this is proven by the fact that he moves his arm. First of all, he doesn't move his arm because the guy's like sitting there next to them, and he like is the one that posted this. And he gets up, and that's when Jack's arm moves. But it moves in a way of the sense that like when someone gets up, the arm falls. It looks limp. It doesn't look like, anyway. And then she states he fell asleep like right after. If he was drunk and intoxicated and he fell asleep right after, that means he could not have given consent 15 minutes before, or however long she states that it was. She then goes on to state that she's still pressing legal charges against Mason and everyone, and that she's sending cease and desist letters, and that this is a form of canceling her, that this is an entire conspiracy against her, that she's kind of like the person everyone's trying to attack. Kind of reminds me of Gabby Hanna when she was getting held accountable for this, like the things that she had done, and she states that it's like everyone's like up against her and it's canceling, even YouTube's up against her. And I think that this mentality comes from the sense that like there's a fly. This mentality comes from when a lot of people are talking about you and you don't know what to do. It feels like everyone's attacking you. I know that this girl's probably getting death threats and she does not deserve that. However, this doesn't mean that everyone is doing that. It means that people are holding her accountable and there's a small percentage of people who are sending her death threats. And that probably sucks. I've gotten death threats before. That's not fun. But that doesn't mean you don't have a lesson to learn in the situation. Jack was very uncomfortable with the situation, and she states that they hung out the next day, they hung out days ever. She posts like videos and receipts talking about the days after. However, she fails to acknowledge the fact that these two boys, Jack and James, were dependent in a way, career-wise, to Sienna at this point in time. They couldn't have easily given it up, and Jack probably would have felt severely guilty for giving it up like that. I think that's sort of the mentality behind it. And we're not here to like victim blame. We're not here to say, oh, well, he could have just stepped away. He could have done this. He's a guy. He could have pushed her. No, that's not the mentality you need to have here. And I see that narrative going around a lot. I know Jack hasn't put out a full statement yet, but that Instagram story addressing the situation kind of acknowledged it. Sienna also goes on to state in her video that, she feels really hurt by the situation because she was friends with these guys for so long and was filming for these guys for so long, and she just loved them with all her heart. She mentions the essay again of Jack, and she states that she just gives all her love that way. But that doesn't mean they were accepting of that love. It just feels as though she might have been pushing it too much. I don't know. That's alleged. Okay, I'm back, and now it's time to talk about the updates of the situation since this video has happened. So after she posted the second statement video, everyone kind of went silent. No one talked about the situation again until she decided to come back to the internet. She posted a video talking about after a month away, where she's dancing, talking about the situation, how everyone was hating on her and the world was hating on her. And then she decided to dance to a Sam Smith song where in the back it said, like, I did nothing wrong, I'm just a young teen, talking about that. And it just makes light of the entire situation. It makes people really frustrated. And it was posted around July 4th, which people aren't going to be watching YouTube, so it was kind of a discreet way of coming back in. She deleted everything off her TikTok. No one sees anything on her TikTok anymore, and she's been posting casually as if nothing happened. Back to scheduled programming. Since then, there has been no update to the situation. There has been no more talk to the situation. I probably might add a clip after this to see if Jack has talked about the situation, but I'm assuming he will not, just because legal has gotten so involved with the situation. But the lesson from the situation, in my opinion, because I'd like to give you a lesson at the end of this, to not be such a negative and serious situation, is always believe the victim, always. Even if the victim has not given a full statement, always believe the victim. And anyone could get essayed, literally anyone. I hope you guys have a great evening and a great night. I'm sorry this is more of a serious video, but I thought I'd make a whole YouTube video about it just because it's gotten so complicated and so just mixed up this entire time, and I thought it'd be important to like share it in depth, especially since I have very young viewers and they're confused by this whole situation, and if they've got creators telling them what to do and what opinions to give. So I thought I'd give you the full situation to give you kind of the background. But yeah, if you'd like to, go follow my Instagram, go show me some love over there, and go follow my TikTok to be updated a little more quickly. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell notification, comment, and like. Thank you so much for watching. I love y'all so much.